We're joined here by Jayden Hanna. And Jayden, we appreciate you joining us today via Zoom.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Hey, so you're about to hit the road here coming up, going to Billings. How excited are you, A, to just get back out on the field again, and B, get a chance to just get on the road and get some games going?
Yeah, everyone's really excited. We kind of had an unfortunate 2 weeks off. We're getting ready to play Central Washington. Was going to be a pretty good series. We're fortunate that's been the only cancellations this season. So everyone's just kind of itching to get back on the field again. And it's kind of like before season started, everyone just wanted to play. So we're all getting that like anxious, excited feeling again. So
Let's take it back to the last time we played. Of course, those were entertaining games with Northwest Nazarene. We figured they would be, the two top teams in the conference. You guys take the first two that first day of the series. They come back and get the walk-offs. Just kind of walk through kind of what you saw in that series and, how good the games were.
Oh, that right there is like the epitome of the GNAC tournament. Two teams who just both teams have great talent, and the games were just up for grabs for anyone. Competitiveness throughout the whole weekend was just honestly such a good feeling. And I was super happy that our guys stepped up and we were ready for battle, and guys who came off the bench who needed to do their jobs came in. And unfortunate that they got the two walk-offs in a row, but like how often does that happen in baseball where you get walked off twice in the same day? So unfortunate, but honestly, such a good weekend, and I couldn't feel more happy and more comfortable with the team and how we're doing and where we're at as a team.
And that kind of leads into the next question is, we're 12-6, we've got a couple months into the season. How would you kind of assess, where we're at and where you think, at this point of the season, where we would be?
We're in a really good spot, and Walk tells us every day that we're in such a good spot, and we love competing. We love suiting up and getting ready for battle. We've had the whole year off, and so anytime we get to come out and play somebody, it's a good day. And yeah, honestly, I think we're in a great spot. And I think the main positive that was taken away from the whole COVID thing over the year was how close our team got. We bonded so much, and it just brought our chemistry higher, and we got more together after all the COVID stuff that's happened.
This leads into the next question too, because it was tough. We're in the middle of last year. You guys are just getting it rolling. We got a couple of series under our belt. We're about to play, and then all of a sudden the season gets halted. Just kind of walk through what you did after, we get that season's cut down. You got the whole year of basically training to get back to it. So kind of how was that? Just, staying focused, getting ready. Then on the flip side of that, how nice was it, like you mentioned, the chemistry, having some of the guys come back, a lot of our seniors came back too. How nice was it to have those guys back on the team for this year?
Yeah, we after all everything happened with the shutdown, we did lose a couple guys like Josh McIntyre, who everyone loved, and he was my roommate last year too. So we were sad to see him go, but he's doing really well lately. But we had so many returners, and I think it didn't seem real that we were coming back when we all first got back to campus. Like everyone was kind of nervous that we were going to get shut down again and everything. But I think after the first week, everyone realized, oh, this is the real deal. Like we got to go now. And so everyone after that it's been amazing since then. And every practice has just been a blast to go to. So it's definitely, I think, helped us and helped bring back the love of the game after a whole year off.
Let's talk about you personally out there on the field. You love playing the game. Is that something that you've always enjoyed? You can always tell that every time you're out there. We love your walk-up song. I made a joke about that during the Wolves show. It's always something that gets you kind of in the mood to just, be out there and have fun.
Oh, of course. Baseball is like my escape from life. When life gets hard, baseball is the one thing I've always had that can take your mind off things. So anytime I'm on the field, I try to enjoy it. I'm always smiling, laughing, having a good time while still trying to compete. But yeah, ever since high school, like I'd have one of my best friend's dad, every time I walked up to the plate would say, "Go, stay golden, Pony Boy," and he'd point at me. I'd laugh. One time my junior college coach yelled at me because I was dancing in the middle of a game on the field. But that walk-up song I've had since high school, and it just makes you feel really good and relaxed. So like I sing it. If you see me with that walk-up song, I sing it every time it comes on when I walk up to the plate. It just makes me feel good, and I like being loose when I go to hit. I don't like being all tensed and pumped up.
And was it always baseball for you growing up too? When you first started out, because a lot of people play multiple sports, but was that kind of always your sport? And what have you enjoy? What do you enjoy the most about it, other than just the escape? What do you enjoy the most about just baseball in general?
We grew up playing basketball, football, baseball. I played football and baseball in high school. I played basketball like growing up since kindergarten, and then I walked in the freshman year tryouts. I walked in at a whopping 5'6", and I looked at the varsity team and walked right back out. I was okay at it. I played running back, wasn't anything crazy. I enjoyed it. I love playing football, but baseball's always been my sport. It's been the sport I've wanted to play in college, and hopefully wanted to play professional ever since I was young. But yeah, and I think my favorite thing about baseball, other than the actual playing, is probably the bonds that you make with your teammates. So like when I got here, I knew maybe two kids on the team before I got here, and then I made my new best friend here on the team is Blaze, and you've done an interview with him, and he happens to be my roommate now, and so him and I are just so close, and he's definitely like a friend I'm gonna have for the rest of my life, and he's like a brother to me. And so the bonds that I've made throughout high school, junior college, and here at Western, definitely bonds that are unbreakable, and guys I'm gonna remember forever.
Yeah, I think that's always the best part about sports, isn't it? Is the memories you make plus the lifelong bonds you always keep, no matter where you're at, 20 years down the road, you guys will still stay in contact, wondering what's going on. So, I was gonna have to ask about this too. Your nickname of Tuna came up. We had to talk about that. You just enjoy Tuna a lot, right? Is the nickname?
Literally, that's not even my main nickname either. Like that's so funny that was brought up. So like my family, they all call me Mouse. And so that was a nickname given to me when I was like in fourth grade. And that was just because I was a small kid on the team. And so if I talk to my dad and he calls me Jayden, like I'm in trouble, even to this day. So like he'll call me randomly and he'll be like, "What's up, Mouse?" But if he's like Jayden, I'm like, "Oh no, what did I do?" The little Tuna nickname, that just came from my junior college coach. I was there freshman year, and I go and hit in the cage, walk out one round, I come back, and my coach looks at me, he's like, "Little Tuna." And I was like, "What?" And he goes, "Toonskis." And I go, how'd you come up with that, coach? And he goes, "I don't know, Nemo, Little Tuna." And I was like, "Okay." And so after that, for the rest of the 2 years I had at my junior college, everyone just called me Little Tuna. And it just kind of, I met this group of friends. They were asking me about nicknames, so I told them that story, and they just started calling me Tuna after that.
That's how some of those nicknames stick, isn't it? It's kind of the
Yeah,
off the cusp ones that end up sticking for no real reason.
I know.
And you kind of mentioned, your junior college, you're at Lane, before you came to Woo. What was it about, coming to Woo? What was kind of went behind your decision? You're from Beaverton, so what was kind of the draw for you to, choose Woo as your next school?
Honestly, it's part of it was the legacy that the Western Oregon baseball team has. The coaches that they have always been amazing. I was talking to a couple different schools, and I came to visit Western, and it was just a way different atmosphere than Lane, and it just felt like home. It felt like the right place. On my visit, I stayed with Connor McCord and Nick Parr and Alex Roth. Met them, awesome guys, love them to death. They're good friends of mine. It was just being around those guys and being around the team and meeting the coaches, and just the relationship that I felt from just that short period of time on the visit. It was just felt like it was special. And so I definitely felt like I was coming home, if that makes sense.
And you mentioned another question to go into is Alex Roth. In the first year you come in, you get to see a great season. In 2019, we have 5 guys get drafted, 6
Yeah.
total guys sign on, to get deals. How neat was it to kind of be, around those guys and just see how they worked and went about their business?
It was awesome. It was special. Those guys are definitely worked hard every day, and great guys, all of them too. And so just being around them and seeing them work and facing them in inner squads, it just is so good, especially if you do well. Like I think Blaze hit like a home run off Alex or something. So I feel like Blaze should get drafted because of that. I don't know. But I never got any, I didn't hit any home runs off Roth, but
You can go ahead and say you did now. He's not here. You can say you hit one off.
yeah. No, I can't even lie about that. He'll call me out. But no, definitely it was an honor to be part of a team with those guys and that people of that talent.
Yeah, like I said, we've seen it this year. Seems like you guys got that same vibe. I think this is a team
Mhm.
that's definitely going places. We're definitely looking forward to seeing you guys once you get back home here for the Nazarene series in a couple weeks. And best of luck this week, Jayden, as you guys go to Billings, and we'll be catching up with you here soon.
Thank you. Appreciate it.